All right, we're going to review how to do a multiplication equation using an area model. So in front of you, you see an area model. It's this rectangle here, 6 times 20. Another vocabulary word we need to know in fourth grade is the word factors. 6 and 20 are the factors. And this is called an equation. And we need to find the product. The product is what the factors produce or make. So we started out school by thinking about 620s. We actually built out tiles. So we had arrays of 6, 6, 6, or we had arrays of 20, 20, 20, 20, and we built them out. Then we advanced to what we call a ratio table. So we thought, well, what if we have 120? That's 20. Let's move down here. What if we have 2 20s? That's 40. 3 20s? So again, we're counting by what we call multiples. So you might remember your multiples is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We can go this way. And basically is what we're doing, we're just adding 20. So all you have to do is start with the number 1 here. Okay. And go, well, if I had 120, like one box of 20 cookies. Now let's pretend like I have 2 boxes. Well, if I add the 2 boxes, 20 in one box, 20 in another box, that's 40 cookies. Now what if I have 3 boxes? That's 28 boxes, 20 cookies in a box, 20 cookies in a box, 20 cookies in a box, that's 60. So all I'm doing is I'm just repeatedly adding. And if I have 4 boxes, okay, 4 boxes of cookies, each having 20, that's 20 in a box, 20 in a box, 20 in a box, 20 in a box. I'm just adding plus 20 here, plus 20 here, plus 20 here. 5 boxes of cookies, and then 6 boxes is 120. Basically, multiplication is repeated addition. So you're just adding 26 times. Another method we used in class is the number line. So we drew out a number line and we said, okay, I'm going to do a jump of 20. That gives me 20. Then I add another 20. That's 40. And another 20 is 60. And another 20. And another 20. And another 20. So I did 6 jumps, each with adding 20. So again, our factors are 6 times 20. If we were to write this out as an equation, it would look like this. 6 times 20, or 20 plus 20 plus 20, because that's what multiplication is 120. We need to know that word is called the product, and these are the factors. And we basically went down all the multiples. So we're going to write the product in here, 120. And that makes sense. Let's go to another example. Now here we're missing one of the factors. So we can use a ratio table or number line to help us find the missing factor. And let's just pretend if we put 1 in here. 1 times I have 40, 140, one box of 40, that doesn't total 200. Then we're going to work our way up. What if I had 2 40s, 3 40s? So we're going to draw out a ratio table. If I have one container, let's say it has 40 spoons in it. It's a box of spoons. One box and it has 40 spoons. Now what if I have 2 boxes? Each have 40. So that's 40 plus 40. 3 boxes, it's 40 plus 40 plus 40. 4 boxes, 160. I'm getting close to the product. What am I going to produce? If I take all those boxes, 40 box, a box of 40, a box of 40, a box of 40. If I have 4 boxes, each containing 40, I have 160. I'm getting very close to my target number. And if you haven't already thought about it, 5 boxes, each with 40. So I'm basically adding 40 5 times. So that's what I did is I went down here. I did plus 40, add another 40, add another 40, and add another 40. Okay? This side here, these are our multiples. It's like we're skip counting. 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. And again, this is a factor. We had to find the missing factor. What did you produce when you started collecting boxes of spoons, each with 40 in them, and you had to get 200 spoons? The missing factor is 5. So sometimes we find the missing factor. And really what we're doing, we're also doing division. We can use this. This is 200 divided by 40. So you're saying how many 40s can you subtract from 200? Because division is repeated subtraction. And the answer is 5. We could actually make a whole fact family. 200 divided by 5. How many times can I subtract 5 from 200? I could do it 40 times. And then the other way our fact family would go, because there's a relationship between this, we can go 40 times 5. So if I added 5 40 times, I'd get 200. Or we can say 5 times 40. So fourth graders should be able to make these fact families using an area model, using a ratio table, using a number line. So the fact family, sometimes you see it as a fact house, these 4 equations. 200 divided by 5 is 40. 200 divided by 40 is 5. 5 times 40 is 200. And 40 times 5. So we can actually toss in a little division sign up there at the corner of that rectangle. And again, if we look at it as a number line, we just skip counting to get to our end product of 200. Let's take a look at another example. Here again, we're missing a factor. We have one of the factors of 10. So we would have 10 arrays, but how many arrays going this way? Well, what if I had 1 times 10 here? 1 times 10. Or think of it as a page of Pokemon cards. 1 page of Pokemon cards has 10. That's not 200. I own 200 Pokemon cards. What if I have 2 pages? Each page has 10. That would be 20. What if I have 3 pages? 30. 4 pages of Pokemon cards, 40. See how I'm counting by my multiples of 10? Now watch what happens here. One thing that's cool about ratio tables, we can do the doubling thing. So if I take 5 and I double it, 5 plus 5 or times 2, I get 10. So I could double 50. So 50 plus 50 or times 2 gets me 100. Now I could double the 10 because I need to get to 200. So if I double if I double 100 times 2, I get 200. Well, then what do I do on this side? I double the 10 and I get 20. So this side are factors. This side is the product or what we produce by making up these rows and columns. So 10 times 20. And we could have done this using a number line, but also take 20 and count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 130, 190, 200. You can count by tens 20 times to get 200. It's repeated addition. So again, this is 10 times 20, or we can make our fact families, and this is 200 divided by 10 is 20. We could say it's 200 divided by 20. So we just switch those. Equals 10. So there's our division equations, or we can do our multiplication equations. 10 times 20, excuse the little dots there, equals 200. Again, multiplications, repeated addition. We're counting our multiples here. It's 20 times 10. We just reverse the factors. Again, these numbers are called factors. Think of it like a factory. Things go into a factory and you produce or make something, and what comes out is the product. And again, these are called fact families. You might have seen a fact house, Sometimes you're asked to list these facts. This is a fact family. We have 4 of them here. Let's take a look at this. This equation is 13. So where do I get 13? 10 and 3. I'm taking 13 in what we call expanded form. So expanded form. So what is 13? It's a 10 and it's a 3. Okay? It's place value basically. So I'm going to just do the equation 10 times 5, and I'm going to do the equation 3 times 5. So whenever you have problems like this, we're going to break one of the factors apart. So if it was, for example, if it was the number 135, I would have done 100 plus 30 plus 5. Again, that's expanded form. So I'm going to go 10 times 5. You could do a ratio table. Or I could do 5 times 10. I'm going to do 5 times 10. 1 times 10 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 3 tens is 30. 4 tens is 40. And then 5 tens. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 50. And counting by multiples of 10. That's what it looks like. It's also repeated addition. It really is what you're doing here is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. That's what multiplication is. And the answer here is 50. Now I'm not done. Now notice the length of this strip here, it's 5 units. So this strip down here is 5 units. So what do I have here? I have 3 times 5. So again, 1 times 5 plus another 5 plus another 5 gets you 15. So 3 5s, or 5 plus 5 plus 5, is 15. So what do I have? I have 13. I'm going to switch to blue here. Where did I get the 13? Those are the factors here. So the 13 goes there. Times 5. 5 goes here. And what did I produce? The number 65. So I add up these products right here. I add up 50 and 15, and I produced, or I made 65. And that's how I got that answer. So I add up everything inside there, and the final product is 65. And that goes there. Again, this is called an equation. These are called factors. This is the product.